Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account. We have 8,000 diamonds and Jerome is up. So unfortunately, doesn't seem like we're seeing a ton of utility. I went through a couple different game modes, went through the Cursed Realm, the Nightmare Corridor. Unfortunately, we're not seeing him used in very many formations at this point. Doesn't mean he's not going to have the effectiveness that we're not going to see him used, but having the trial version that is up, again, a lot of players not really using it at all. But we're going to snatch us up some diamonds in here. We're going to do some summons for him because we have the Apex pack that is up. That is right. We're going to pick this up. It's going to give us 45,000 diamonds. This is probably one of the absolute best packages to get in AFK Arena because of the yield that it returns, guys. And boom, there we go. We get our VIP, and then we collect up all of these, which we might be pretty close on our VIP as well. I think we're getting very, very close to the 16. That is right, guys. What do we need? 14,000 more, and it will be up to 16, which is going to give us our Stargazer cards. Now, remember, we are also still looking to finish out and build out the rest of the Awakened version of Lyca. We are 2 copies away. We have one right there. So we are 2 copies away. Now, looking at our Noble Tavern, we don't have that many scrolls to use, but that's okay. Because again, with the Desired Hero Summons, we're going to pick up 4 copies of Jerome, which is going to allow us to actually take him to Mythic Plus. Then over the next week, it is going to reset. We'll be able to finish him out, taking him at least to 1 star. So at this point, guys, we do have all of the heroes built, and we only have, what, 1, 2 Lightbearers, 2 Maulers. We have 1 Wilder, 1 Graveborn hero, and that puts all of the 4 primary factions all at 5 stars. So literally having all of them maxed out in their entirety at that point. There's an elite right there, guys, which is Sylvana. Recycling all of those for food. Now the Elder Tree, we are still pushing to get that max out as well, which is, I know it's going to take a little bit of time, but we are getting there, guys. And there is a copy right off the bat. Now, if you've seen the memes, guys, he does remind you of Barbossa. So if you've ever watched Pirates of the Caribbean, it is a very, very funny distinction between the two with the monkey on the shoulder and all that. But pretty cool hero. Again, I feel like Lightbearer Tower, 100% absolutely, he is going to be a driving force in there. When it comes to the boss fights, I think, and again, overall opinion, wait to build him out, guys, if you're not too sure about him. But I feel like he is going to be one of a very strong buffing hero when he finds a spot in AFK Arena to actually have the ability. And there's our doubles, guys. That means that we are done with our 4 summons at this point. I'm going to use these diamonds. And again, we're looking for 2 copies of Lyca to actually pull a couple more in here. Fingers crossed we can get those last 2. And there's 1. We need 1 copy, guys. And done will be done if we can get this final copy with the diamonds we have left. Maybe we could pull some more diamonds. Maybe some more resources is all that we do see. Double cards right there. And it's going to take us to the final one, which is, there it is, guys. There is Lyca. So there we go. At 5 stars. So that should max her out. That gives us 1,900. So literally we spent all of our diamonds in there. But that is okay, guys, because we are going to get some free resources out of Jerome, building them up a little bit. And look at all of our elite heroes right there. Boom, Elite Plus again, recycling those for food. We're going to use, let's use these 2 right here. That has you large, so there is Legendary. There is our Legendary Plus. And again, over the next week, we'll be able to accumulate some diamonds so we can do this Desired Summons. So there is Mythic. There is our Mythic Plus. So 4 more copies will take him and build him up a little bit higher. And then, of course, 2 more from there will actually add that star on him. But we also did save resources, so we do have resources for him as far as the signature item. He gains 200 energy points at the beginning of battle. Jerome gains 600 energy points at the start of battle. And I'm also wondering if you're putting him in collaboration with like an Awakened version of Lyca, he is going to ult at the beginning of battle because the 500 bonus that Lyca is going to give him is going to max him out in his entirety, which is going to be pretty interesting to see. And then, of course, well-casting Captain who wins allied hero with the highest grade will receive another upgrade. Again, we're going to max him out all the way to that 30. That way we have that buffing aspect. We'll have to build out some of his gear. As you can see, guys, we have a lot of chests even to build him out, which come pre-equipped with the tier 2, which it looks like we have 1 right here. So I'm actually going to hop in here, and I think it's going to put him right here. We'll grab the weapon. That gives me a tier 2 weapon. We already do have some stones in there. So very, very easy to build him out a little bit higher. I want to drop in the resonating crystal before I forget. But again, utility-wise, we're going to have to see exactly if and when he is going to be used. But we know we're going to build him out anyways. Light Bear Tower, he's going to be a requirement. I'm for sure on that one, just for the simple fact that we lack a lot of the carry and a lot of the heroes that we do see within the Light Bears. Now here we do see him in the advanced ship as well. That's right. We're going to get some free resources out of here, guys. More power to the Elder Tree. Then, of course, some resources right there. Going to get that animated avatar frame. And then we do get a 25 chest rebate for building them up a little bit higher. Now, we also did drop them in the Oak Inn. The Oak Inn, we've continued to kind of build out all of the heroes in here. So I dropped him in right here. Hopefully we can pull some furniture, guys. We still need quite a few pieces. Maxing out all of these heroes, starting to continue to build the Awakened Heroes, guys. And there's another copy for Athalia. Now, of course, Athalia, we needed more copies of Mythic Furniture for her specifically. And there is 2. That is double copies of Mythic Furniture for Athalia. So I will absolutely take that, guys. We're going to have to build it up a little bit. We'll sell back what we're not using. Again, we came to the decision, guys, with the legendary furniture that we're going to save it. The reason being that when we're looking at the Mythic Furniture, all of the heroes that we're using for 3 formations in the signature, or excuse me, within the towers, we're going to use them. Now, this was crit rate and physical pierce after use, and I'm not sure, what does this one give? Accuracy and attack rating, not too worried about that. And this one gives us attack rating and health. Again, I think I'm going to stick with bottom ones. We'll go ahead and upgrade those across the board. Again, stacking more stats, stacking more physical pierce, more damage on this hero is going to be huge, guys. Again, we don't have enough for another summon, but that puts Athalia at 12. We have the awakened version of Belinda at 12. Ivan still at 0 for Ivan, guys. It's pretty sad to see. And then Rowan, we do need one more person to get to that, or one more piece to get to that 9 of 9. So we still need a lot more furniture. Then, of course, the Beast Ground, guys, we have focused on this. We are building it up little by little, guys. The Owl is almost to 17 at this point. Maybe, nope, we're not going to have enough for another one. We're continuing, guys. We are moving all of the beasts to 18, one by one by one. You can see how huge this is, guys. But again, one by one, we're going to move them to 17, or move them to 16, 17, 18. Once we get to the point of having eight level 18 beasts, we'll be able to max them all out to 18, which again is going to be a game changer. Then I feel like I'm going to move my focus from the beasts actually onto probably building out a couple more heroes. Now, Lost Sigils is also up, guys. Make sure that you're grinding out this Lost Sigil, getting all the resources in here. Again, the heroes I would not choose, red chests or the cores, or even looking at the beast food. I'm going to pick up the baits because we're still driving this. Again, all the way to 18 is what we want to focus on, building these out. So I'm going to have to make sure when you're doing the Lost Sigils, guys, that you're pre-planning exactly what you're going to get out of here, which is exactly what I'm going to do based on how many days we have this, based on how much combat rating we have. I'm going in here, make sure you're marking heroes. That way you can use them if you need specific stuff in here. So, all right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Very, very excited to see Lyca max out in her entirety, which we forgot to do. I was just thinking about that. There is the final copies, but that takes Lyca up to 5 stars. She is done, guys. We even got her signature, or her engraving, up a little bit higher. So she does take the number 2 spot behind Brutus. Brutus, of course, has a plus 35 signature item. So we could take her signature item up a little bit higher, but definitely liking the build on Lyca. And then, of course, guys, building it out a little bit further with the heroes. I wonder if we build him out a little bit higher, exactly where the combat rating. As we continue to get these heroes, guys, the combat rating in them just continues to climb. We have 23 tier 3 stones. And a lot of players ask, should we go ahead? Should we get gear out of events? Should we get tier stones out of events? Personally, I would say no. And I would say no across the board, because you'll get to a point like this is where you're not using a lot of the gear And also the gear doesn't have quite an impact that you're going to see with beasts, that you're going to see with building out heroes. They're going to have a much, much higher impact if you're doing and buying other things within the events in AFK Arena versus doing the tier stones. Tier stones, in my opinion, guys, would be probably the last thing that I would build out in any capacity. Now, tenacity, the boots and the weapons are always pretty good in here. Magic resistance +2, got to have the survivability. That's really what I build out. When it comes to the artifacts, we're going to have to see what he's using. But as a buffer, as a light bear, guys, building him up a little bit higher. And again, I don't think he's going to beat out any of our other heroes, even having the +30 signature item. 4 more copies, we'll have him done. But again, guys, that'll do it for today's video. We've maxed out the awakened version of Lyca, so pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.